Hey guys, Taylor here, and today, in honor of Thor: The Dark World coming out, well, I think it's been out, but you know what I'm saying. I'm doing a superhero tag. I am taking this tag from Jacob, who is fan of all things Dorky7 on YouTube. I will link him in the description. I'm a big superhero person, big comic book person. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So, question number 1 is, who is your favorite Marvel hero? And, I'm definitely a Thor girl. I don't really know how that happened. It just kind of happened. I have all kinds of Thor stuff. I have, like, Thor Pez dispensers and little collectible Thor things. And I have a Thor t-shirt, and he's just the best, which is why I'm super excited to go see it tomorrow. I'm going with one of my best friends, and it is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. The first one was a little bit of a disappointment. It was pretty good, but the first one was a little bit of a disappointment. But hopefully, so everyone's been saying this one's a lot better, so we'll see. Big Thor fan. He's just so great, and some people like to argue that he's not a superhero since technically he's the Thunder God, but he's considered a Marvel hero, so I pick him. He's my favorite. Question number 2, who is your favorite DC hero? Batman, 100%. DC does a really good job creating villains, and that's part of the reason why Batman is my favorite DC hero, because his villains are fantastic, like the Joker and the Scarecrow and Bane and Ra's al Ghul and Talia al Ghul and just like all of them. I never liked the Penguin though; he was kind of a bit disappointing for me, and the Riddler, who shows up everywhere and stuff. But definitely Batman. He's really cool. I like the fact that he kind of created himself as a hero. Like, people like to argue that Captain America created himself as a hero, but technically he didn't. He just signed up for the program. But Bruce Wayne, like, created himself as the Batman, and Batman is awesome. So yeah, definitely Batman for DC. Question number 3 is, if you could have a superpower, which superpower would you choose? The power I would choose, and I've thought about this for a while, it's a little different. I don't know if anyone's ever said anything like this, or if there's anything like this out there, which there might be. I think it'd be really cool to have power over words, to manipulate words, your words, other people's words, printed words, just words in general. Because if you think about that, think about every time someone's told you no or said something horrible that's caused problems or done who knows what. If you can manipulate words, you can basically get your own way with everything. So, I know that sounds really weird, but that's probably what I would want. You can do a lot with manipulating people's words and your own words, and even printed words, things people see. So that's the superpower I'd choose. I don't know if that's a real superpower, but I just made it one. Question 4 is, which superhero are you most like? None of them. I'm not like any superhero that I'm aware of, but if I had to pick one, oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't think I fit anything close to superheroes. So, I guess if I had to pick one, probably Hawkeye, because he's kind of quiet and he just kind of sits back and watches and waits. And he's really cool. I'm not as cool as Hawkeye is. I really wish I could do what he did, though. He's really great. I guess if I had to pick one, that's probably who, though. Except there's really none that I'm similar to. So, yeah. Question number 5 is, what is your favorite superhero movie? Oh, that's hard. I love superhero movies. Like, I love superhero movies. Avengers was awesome, but I think it definitely has to go to Batman Begins. Yeah. People don't usually pick that one out of the Dark Knight trilogy. Batman Begins was the first one in the Dark Knight trilogy, yeah? Yeah, it was. Okay. So Batman Begins, because that brought us Christian Bale as Batman, and I don't know if we could have asked for a better Batman if it was not for Christian Bale. It introduced the Scarecrow, who I loved how Jonathan Crane had his cameo in The Dark Knight Rises. I just think it really laid the foundation so well for the Dark Knight trilogy, which a lot of people like to skip over it and go straight to Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises because those are the newer ones, and those are obviously fantastic. I'm a huge fan of those. I've seen Dark Knight Rises at least 10 times. I can probably quote it by now. So I'm saying Batman Begins just because it really started the whole thing. It laid foundation to bring in the Joker. Yeah, so Batman Begins gets it. I know the story wasn't as great as Dark Knight Rises, but I think we just need to reference that that is the point in which Batman really got its ground because of it started the trilogy. So, yeah. So question number 6, which is going to go into something I about have said 800 times in this video about how to stop myself. Who is your favorite supervillain? My favorite supervillain is the Scarecrow from Batman, Dr. Jonathan Crane. This was really hard for me to choose. It was between Loki, the Joker, and the Scarecrow. I would also like to take a moment to say that I'm terribly upset that Heath Ledger is dead. He was the most fantastic Joker they could have ever cast. I don't understand why people were ever mad that he was cast as a Joker. He did amazing, and I've always been a big Heath Ledger fan. I know this is getting really off topic, but just bear with me for another minute. Big Heath Ledger fan from Patriot, Batman, just all of it. He did fantastic. I like Loki a lot. He's very funny and very witty and just sarcastic, and I really like his sarcasm. And the guy they cast is Loki. I'm talking mainly about how they are in comics, but I'm also referencing the movie characters. The guy they cast as Loki did a fantastic job portraying him. But I definitely picked the Scarecrow because the Scarecrow is the only villain Batman's actually been afraid of. I think that says a lot therein with itself, and he also does things in smaller scale, which is why I think a lot of people look over him, but I think he's done a really good job as a villain. DC never fails to create decent villains. I can't say much for Superman villains. I'm really sorry, I'm just not much of a Superman person. I never have been. Yeah, so that kind of leads into question number 7, which is Marvel or DC. And the answer for me is definitely Marvel. Marvel just... The only thing that DC does very well is villains and Batman. We've seen how the new Superman movie turned out. We've seen how Green Lantern turned out. Never been a Wonder Woman fan. To all my Wonder Woman fans out there, I apologize. The only thing DC really has its strength in is Batman. And with Christian Bale leaving Batman, what is that going to do to it? And I don't even know. Definitely Marvel though, not just because Thor is a Marvel hero and he's my all-time favorite. I'm just a big fan for Marvel heroes. I have a big Marvel poster. I'm going to see if I can show you. It's up above my door. It's right there. I just love Marvel heroes, and Marvel generally does a better job with their stories and their movies and stuff. I mean, Thor is my favorite. Captain America is just really awesome. And Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is fantastic. Not much of a Hulk person, unfortunately. But Marvel as a whole just is, for me, I don't really know why. There's no definite reason. It's not saying I dislike DC. I'm just drawn more towards Marvel, like Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four. You know, you get the idea. All of them. But before I end this video, since I did talk and show you not a lot of my comics, but some of my comics, I would also just like to mention that The Walking Dead, the comic book series, is amazing. I'm a huge fan of the TV show, which you guys have seen before. This is actually this is a limited edition, one-time print. They printed it for a free comic book day this year. And it's amazing. It gives a lot of backstory, and I would just like to credit Walking Dead for their story, their characters, all of it. They did a fantastic job. They went a definitely different route in the comics than just your typical post-apocalyptic zombie invasion. And I think they did really good. I would have mentioned it in any of these questions, except I didn't think it fit superhero, supervillain status, or Marvel or DC. So, you guys should definitely go and watch Jacob's video of this because he did the original and I really liked theirs. And he's a Thor fan, so give him some credit for that. And I think that is all for today. I'm going to see Thor tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. I'm supposed to. Katie said she was going to pick me up to take me, so we'll see. If I do, I will let you guys know what I think. If it's not on here, you can always check my personal channel, and it will be up on there. So that is all for today, and I will see you guys next Friday. So bye, guys.